Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I have some incredibly poignant and chilling stories to share with you. Stories that have been kept under wraps by Elvis's family for years. As we all know, Elvis Presley wasn't just a music icon. He was a cultural phenomenon whose influence touched millions around the world. His sudden passing in 1977 sent shockwaves through the music industry and left a void in the hearts of his countless fans. Elvis's funeral was not just a somber farewell to the king of rock and roll, but a monumental event that brought together a community in collective mourning. In this video, we delve deep into 3 heart-wrenching and chilling stories from that fateful day. Stories that reveal the raw emotion, unexpected drama, and eerie occurrences surrounding Elvis's final farewell. So sit back as we uncover the hidden and haunting tales from Elvis's funeral that his family wants to keep hidden. Number 3. Vernon Presley's grief and the fans. Vernon Presley, Elvis's father, was a man who had already endured unimaginable loss. In 1958, he lost his beloved wife Gladys, a heartache that never fully healed. Now, in 1977, he faced the unbearable grief of losing his only son, Elvis. This grief was compounded by the need to make decisions amidst a whirlwind of emotions and public attention. One such decision was whether to allow Elvis's fans to pay their final respects. Despite his profound sorrow, Vernon understood the deep bond Elvis shared with his fans and decided to open the doors of Graceland for a public viewing. The initial plan was for a 2-hour window, a brief period to accommodate the grieving fans while managing security and logistical concerns. However, as soon as the doors opened, it became clear that 2 hours would be insufficient. Thousands of fans, undeterred by the scorching heat and emotional strain, lined up to bid farewell to their idol. The sheer number of mourners was overwhelming, raising concerns about safety and order. Yet Vernon, through tear-stained eyes, made a heartfelt decision. Despite his own agony, he insisted on extending the viewing time, saying that Elvis would have wanted as many fans as possible to have one last look at him. This gesture spoke volumes about Vernon's character and his understanding of Elvis's profound connection with his fans. As the fans filed through, many in tears, the atmosphere was one of collective grief and respect. The emotional scene underscored the depth of love and admiration Elvis commanded. Vernon's decision, though painful for him personally, was a testament to his dedication to preserving Elvis's legacy and honoring the fans who had supported his son throughout his career. This story not only highlights the intensity of Vernon's grief, but also his incredible strength and the boundless love he had for Elvis and his devoted followers. Number 2. Colonel Parker's controversial move. Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis Presley's manager, was a figure as enigmatic and influential as the king himself. Known for his shrewd business acumen and unyielding control over Elvis's career, Parker played a pivotal role in shaping the superstar's legacy. However, his methods often sparked controversy and debate. As much as Parker was instrumental in Elvis's rise to fame, his relentless focus on the commercial aspects of Elvis's career sometimes overshadowed the human side of the artist. The business of Elvis Presley was a lucrative empire, and Parker ensured that every opportunity was maximized, often pushing boundaries that others might have hesitated to cross. On the day of Elvis's funeral, while Graceland was steeped in mourning and fans and family alike were grappling with their loss, Colonel Parker made a move that many found startling and insensitive. Early that morning, Parker arrived at Graceland with a stack of legal papers, documents that required Vernon Presley's immediate attention and signature. These papers were designed to transfer all authority over Elvis's merchandise and intellectual property to Parker, solidifying his control over the lucrative Elvis brand. Vernon, already devastated and emotionally drained, found himself under immense pressure to make a critical business decision at the worst possible time. Grieving the loss of his son, Vernon was in no state to deal with legal or business matters. Yet, under Parker's insistence, and perhaps not fully understanding the implications, he signed the documents. This incident raises profound ethical questions about Parker's actions. Was this the behavior of a loyal manager looking out for the best interests of Elvis's legacy, or was it a calculated move to consolidate power and ensure his financial gain? The timing and circumstances certainly paint a controversial picture. As we reflect on this story, I encourage you to consider and debate the ethics of Colonel Parker's actions. Was he safeguarding Elvis's legacy, or exploiting a grieving father's vulnerability for personal gain? Share your thoughts and join the conversation in the comments below. Number 1. Strange occurrences and supernatural events. The atmosphere around Graceland on the day of Elvis's funeral and in the days that followed was charged with an eerie mix of sorrow and the inexplicable. The grand estate, usually bustling with the energy of its famous resident, now stood shrouded in a heavy, mournful silence. The lawns were filled with throngs of fans, their collective grief palpable, while inside, the staff moved quietly, their hearts heavy with loss. Yet amidst this sorrow, strange and unsettling occurrences began to unfold, casting an eerie shadow over the proceedings. One of the most striking incidents happened as Elvis's casket was being carried out to the hearse. Without warning, a large branch from a stately tree on the Graceland grounds snapped and crashed to the ground. The timing and the sheer size of the branch left everyone in shock. It was as if nature itself was mourning the passing of the king. This inexplicable event set the tone for the peculiar and eerie happenings that were to follow. The staff at Graceland, particularly the maids and housekeepers, began to report a series of strange occurrences. Nancy, one of the maids, shared her experiences with a mix of trepidation and awe. She recounted hearing faint voices and footsteps in empty rooms, sounds that couldn't be explained. One particularly chilling incident involved the laundry room door in the basement, which slammed shut with such force that it startled everyone in the house. Nancy, who prided herself on her rationality, found no explanation when she investigated. The room was empty, and no one else had been nearby. This was just one of many instances that led her to believe that Graceland was haunted by the spirit of Gladys, Elvis's mother. Nancy would often speak softly to the air, reassuring the unseen presence that she was there to take care of her boy, Elvis. As these stories circulated among the staff, the sense of unease grew. Even Aunt Delta, a longtime resident of Graceland, acknowledged the strange happenings. The confluence of these supernatural events with the profound grief of Elvis's passing created a heavy, almost tangible atmosphere that enveloped Graceland. The eerie occurrences added another layer of emotional weight to an already somber time, making the days following the funeral feel like they were suspended between reality and the supernatural. Reflecting on these stories, one can't help but feel that the presence of Elvis and his family lingered in Graceland, adding a haunting depth to the legacy of the King of Rock and Roll. As we wrap up this deep dive into the hidden and haunting tales from Elvis's funeral, let's briefly revisit the 3 stories that paint a poignant and chilling picture of that fateful day. First, we saw Vernon Presley's profound grief and his heartfelt decision to extend the viewing time for Elvis's fans, demonstrating his boundless love and dedication. Then, we delved into the controversial actions of Colonel Parker, who pressured a grieving Vernon into signing over authority of Elvis's merchandise, raising ethical questions that linger to this day. Finally, we explored the eerie occurrences at Graceland, from the inexplicable snapping of a tree branch to the supernatural experiences shared by the staff, adding an otherworldly layer to the already emotional atmosphere. These stories together highlight the deep sorrow, unexpected drama, and mysterious elements that surrounded Elvis's final farewell. If these stories moved you, please hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing content. Your engagement helps grow our community and keeps these important conversations alive.